Alright, today on Cabal Cast, we're going to be back in Command & Conquer 3. Kane's draft to do a 1 vs 1 video commentary. Getting back to the old ways, back to the replays. And this game is Replay of the Week from GameReplays.org. It features two players, RainMan, which is Senna, playing as the Black Hand, and this player, WTHis. And I checked him out on Shadow Break, and it turns out it's Go Time, and I played Go Time a couple times. He's pretty average, a little less than average. And apparently he has a GameReplays.org account called Anger Management, and I checked him out, and he only has one post, and he hasn't been online since like 2012. So he's quite old. He has an old account, but it's not active anymore. So I'm just going to call him WTH because that's easy to remember. He's playing as random. It's Tournament Rift, back on Classic Tournament Rift. On the right side here, we see Senna playing as the yellow Black Hand, and out on the left side here, we see WTHis. Also, he's playing as the red GDI. I'm not sure what GDI is. He's going to be GDI Vanilla. So GDI Vanilla for WTH. He's going to be building, getting a rifleman squad scout from that sold-off watchtower just to go to the north half of the map. He's going to be building one engineer, building another rifleman squad to go down the center of the map. Meanwhile, Senna, he's going to go for block to Cypher upgrade. Ooh, he's going to grab 3 tip spikes off of 1, 2, 3, and 4 Professor Cabal squads. He's going to send 3 of them down to the south. So he's obviously going to grab the tip spikes no matter what, because WTH is going to be losing his scouts. No problems there. And Senna, the problem is that Senna doesn't know he is against a GDI, so he's going to have a very, very easy time trying to defend this off. And it looks like he's going to be getting the first shot off. Nope, he decides to go for a Voxel instead, and that's not going to be fast enough. He does reveal the fact that he has Professor Cabals, so he's going to be selling off that secret shrine while he gets his Black Disciples, and he's also going to go and capture the tip spikes, no problems there. Where his engineers, they're right there. And this is going to be, not sure what he's doing. Oh my god, he's just a fast tech for command post in an airfield. So is he going to try to get to hammerheads to try to destroy all the infantry? That could be a pretty good idea. He actually has a watchtower for defense. And what is this? MCV cell? Oh, he's going for fast orcas. Okay, fast orcas there from WTH. And this could be very, very powerful. He didn't build a war factory, so that means, oh, he's going to go for bloodhounds. That's a very good strategy, bloodhounds. And he's actually stolen cash, so he spent a lot of money trying to get these. He could sell off the command post because he doesn't really need anymore, apart from the fact that he could call in an orca strike. So I'm not sure what this can be for, but also this is also pretty bad for Senna. He has to force to sell his own MCV to try to defend this. Nope, his MCV is still alive, but he's actually pretty stolen on cash. He can't really build anything, and this is going to be very, very good for WTH to try to destroy this. Senna's trying to do the Shredder turn build himself to try to get a little bit of extra infantry. He does have some Milton rocket squads here with the Professor Cabal squads, but he's also going to be attacked, and those APCs should be firing on the infantry, and the Pitbulls should be firing on the harvesters. Here comes 2 orcas now from WTH, and WTH is going to be firing on the harvesters, and they do take out 1 harvester. Are they going to take out another one? Yes, they do. So this attack has been very successful for WTH, and in the meantime, he did manage to place on a watchtower before he did sell his MCV. So this could be a little bit of a problem there. Senna's going to have to deal with this. What WT needs to do, he needs to build hammerheads so he can finish off these infantry squads here, and he should definitely destroy that tip spike before anything else happens. Senna forgot one of his saboteurs on the tip spike here, which is not very good. He needs to get that going, get that in that tip spike so he can get that little bit of extra economy. So now that Senna has no more harvesters left, this could be very, very problematic for him. He does have a couple of Scorpion tanks, but they're just getting taken out by those orcas. And orcas are going to be coming back now. They're going to be attacking the Raider buggy, which is a good thought. Take out the weaker forces first. And now he's going to be chasing that Scorpion tank, and the Scorpion tank is going to be definitely destroyed. WTH is going to be, he might lose his power plant here. He needs to get a hammerhead, and the hammerhead is going to be here. He does not have AP ammo just yet because I don't think he can afford it. That a hammerhead. Oh no, he's flying the wrong way. He needs to fly and attack the power plant to save his power plant, but he loses his power plant. Oh, that was a bad move. Bad move there by WTH. He should have gotten that hammerhead to destroy that. It's one single Black Hand squad. Black Disciple Cabal squad before he taken out that power plant. So now he's low on power, which means all his production, his airfield that's going to be producing orcas and hammerheads is going to be building that much slower. And without a power plant, this watchtower is completely useless. So he could sell it off for a little bit of extra money, and I think he should do that because the less more power you have, and he sells it off for 280 bucks. He can use that to put towards another hammerhead or something. I'm not sure what Senna's going to do here. He still has no harvesters. He's just surviving on 3 tip spikes, which he finally figured out to get that engineer inside that tip spike. So this could be very, very bad for both these players, actually. He's going to sell off that command post because he doesn't need it anymore. So both these players are on a low economy, and WTH did lose his tip spike, so that's not going to be very good. That single Scorpion tank is going to be going around the backside of the map here to see what he can find, and he's going to find only 2 buildings. That's going to be here from WTH. He's been going with 3 orcas. He's going to save 1 orca back at his base just for protection. That's going to be a very, very, very good idea. But now Senna is always going for Raider buggies. That's not going to do a hell of a lot against orcas, but at the same time, I mean, the orcas are one of them going down, and that was a good trade-off by orcas from the buggies. And he's also building a single bike now. So this force here is going to be very, very powerful. I mean, WTH needs to be very, very careful that he doesn't lose his orcas to a bunch of buggies and a single bike. So the more time that WTH is giving Senna, the more time Senna has to build lots of buggies, lots of bikes, and this could be pretty bad. Let's check out the other's economy. So RainMan has $300, which is going to be just not too bad, and WTH has over 2,000. So WTH can definitely build a bunch of hammerheads if he wants to, but I think he wants to save his money for orcas if he needs it, because the more orcas he has, and if he loses one, for example, he can just build one immediately. So all the orcas are coming in, and the hammerheads from the bottom side now, and Sun is going to be completely out of position. He doesn't have many harvesters to deal with, so this could definitely be pretty bad for WTH, because all he can destroy is his bike and buggy force, and it's just it's going to get to a point where it's going to be too much for these orcas to handle. And this could be pretty bad. Now the orcas are going to be flying right over the buggy force, and one of them may go down. Nope, he manages to sell him off. He manages to save him with a little bit of health remaining. See, what WTH needs to do is that he built his force here to take out harvesters. But the problem is that Senna is not building anything out of his harvesters. He's building off of 3 tip spikes. So the less tip spikes that Senna has, the better. But his force is not capable of taking out this many bikes and buggies, so this could be very problematic for WTH. He's going in, destroying a couple of hammerheads, and this is pretty good. Oh no, the orcas are going down now. So 3 orcas go down, and there's a couple of bikes and buggies remaining. They should manage to take out that one last orca, but I think Senna's going to back off now. He's bringing a single bike that's going to be taken out pretty quickly by those hammerheads. So 3 orcas go down now, and WTH is going to take the time to replace them. But this is going to be giving Senna the opportunity to use the tip spikes to his full extent, because he has 3 tip spikes, that's 30 credits a second. That's going to be enough to fund one single war factory, just barely, I think. Yeah, just barely. And he's not going to be used to... he sold off his refinery, which is going to be giving a little bit of extra money. Plus, this put him back on good power, so his power is going to be back up now, because the MCV, a lot of people forget the MCV does provide power. It provides 10 power, so and war factories cost us 5. So this is a pretty good smart thinking there by Senna, selling off a refinery just to get back the power back, and that's going to be causing Senna to build his production back up to full extent, and that's going to be very, very good for him. The 4 orcas are back up now by WTH. And where's his other workers? Now, the tip spikes are being focused down slowly by those hammerheads. But the hammerheads are coming a little too close. Senna has a little bit of forces here to deal with them. And those rockets completely missed. Oh, one of them gets one shot off that hammerhead. So that's going to be pretty good. That harvester is bringing in lots of money there for WTH. Senna needs to probably do something about that, because the more tiberium he has, the more orcas he can build. Or hammerheads, I should say. And the orcas are going to be coming out now. They don't have any upgrades. Hard points. I think maybe WTH should take the time to get an upgrade, and I should say hard points. Actually, he can't get any upgrades over his hard points because he doesn't have power. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That if you have low power, you can't get any hard points or any type of upgrade. That's not too good. So the buggies are gonna be under attack now, and these orcas. Oh, one of the orcas go down. The veteran one stays afloat though, so that's gonna be very good. He does lose a single buggy, which is a very bad trade-off. And Senna is bringing in his MCV down the blue expansion field. This could be very, very interesting. Senna is going to be doing something very drastic here. I think WTF does notice the fact that the MCV is on the move, so Senna needs to be very careful that he doesn't lose his MCV. I think he may be... I'm not even sure what Senna's doing. He could be going for MCV... hide his MCV, because if he decides to sell it, I would suggest he build a power plant first. Then he can keep his power production up if he sells his MCV to get a lot more money there. But those hammerheads are being attacking the tip spike now, and WTHis should be watching his back, not to be sure that he doesn't lose any hammerheads with these buggies now. But the buggies are being flanked by those orcas, and the orcas are in the wrong position at the wrong time. There's way too many buggies here for WTH to handle, and he somehow manages to save all his orcas and hammerheads. That is very strange. The MCV is down here from Senna. He does manage to deploy it, so he's going to be building. He might be building something. I don't know what Senna's doing. This could be like a frontal assault or something. I have no idea. But the Warfactor's not building anything, so he's saving up a bunch of Tiberium in his bank. He could be going for maybe a push of some kind of MCV push. I don't know how all that would work. But the tip spike is under attack now by these hammerheads, and the orcas are back out on the field now. These orcas need to be focusing down a bunch of buggies, because the more buggies that Senna has, the worse off he is. So this could be very bad. He's probably going to do a two-pronged assault with his orcas and hammerheads, because then he can definitely take out the War Factory. But at the same time, there's a lot of buggies here, so they could definitely be... I don't even know what to say anymore, because this is like a game of cat and mouse, you know? So all the tip spike is under attack now. That's not very good. So Senna needs to make sure he needs to keep that afloat so he can keep his 30 credits a second. And the tip spike's being repaired now. That's not what Senna wants to do. He needs to get that tip spike back up to full extent. These orcas, I don't think they even wasted any orcas. Oh yeah, he wasted a couple of rockets, so that's not very good. The hammerheads find the MCV, and the MCV is trying to build something. I'm not sure what it is. It is... Oh, that's the wrong guy. Oh, he built something, but he canceled it. He's building buggies now. He's building attack bikes now, so more attack bikes is going to be very, very good. The forces are going to be split off here. The orcas have been spotted by Senna, and Senna's doing a very good job trying to keep him away from his War Factory. But the orcas are going to be flying in now, and they don't quite finish off that orca. Oh no, the orcas turn around. No, they go back. But one orca will go down unnecessarily. Unnecessarily, he loses an orca. That's not very good. But oh, there's a lot of hammerheads here by WTS or WTH. WTH has a lot of orcas now, or hammerheads as well. Hammerheads, and they're gonna be maybe attacking the buggies, but the guns on the hammerheads don't do a whole lot of damage. If they had AP ammo, then they would do a bunch of damage. But this could be a very good assault here coming up from Senna. He's still building something out of his War Factory. Could be more buggies. It is a lot of bikes, and a lot of bikes here are gonna be very, very problematic. These orcas have to watch out that these bikes don't attack the orcas, and one of them is gonna be heavily damaged. That's the veteran one. But this is going to be very, very close. I'm not sure who's going to be coming out on top. This is very close. There's 6 hammerheads and 4 orcas compared to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 radio buggies and 5 bikes. So the bikes are going to be attacking the orcas, and one of them. Oh, this is so close. So much death and destruction. Well, it's not death just yet, but the harvester is taking a little bit of attack now. WTH needs to kite as best he possibly can with his hammerheads and his orcas, and needs to be very careful that Senna doesn't take out as many forces as possible. But he's still streaming in reinforcements from his War Factory on the other side of the map, and this is very, very tense. I'm not sure who's going to come out on top. I think one of them is going to make a major error, but I think Senna's going to be pulling out now. He is not building anything as MCV. His MCV is still down there. Not sure why. But Senna's going to be turning around now to take a couple swings of those hammerhead force. Nothing comes out of it. But that harvester is in heavy damage mode, so he's going to be harvesting Tiberium that much slower. And the slower the harvester, the less economy he gets per second. And he's going to be losing out a little bit more money. But he is building up more hammerheads. And the orcas, they are going to be attacking what? I mean, they should probably focus on these tip spikes, because that's what's giving Senna the money. And I think WTH needs to realize that. The orcas, they don't quite finish off that Tiberium spike. They need to bring in the orcas, or the hammerheads, and take out that tip spike. And I think that's what they're definitely do. Senna's going to lose 10 credits a second from his 30, so that's going to put him down to 20 credits a second. And I think Senna, he needs to attack right now. And his orcas are completely defenseless, so this could be the perfect attack for these orcas. And he is going to be destroying one of them, and WTH is in a lot of trouble. He's bringing one of his hammerheads back, and the hammerheads are going to be coming in, but the buggies are going to be coming into his intercept with these flanking, and the flanking is going to be destroying one of the orcas, and pushing the rest of the force away. He did manage to take out the harvesters. That means no more income for WTH, and that's going to be huge, which means no more orcas. So he cannot lose any more forces. And his he's trying to build an orca, but he doesn't have any more economy. So he needs to sell his refinery to get the orca. And the hammerheads are coming in now. They're all bunched up, and the rocket squad do a little bit of good splash damage. So that's very nice. Senna is still focusing. He's at 20 currents a second, so that's not. Yeah, it's not going to be getting out a lot more forces than he wants to. But the orcas are going to be attacking that tip spike, and if Senna loses this one, then he's only on 10 currents a second, which means he's going to be building up his forces that much slower from his war factory. But that refinery's been sold off now. And he was actually building a hammerhead. Would make more sense to build an orca because he has 4 orcas. So if he had 4 orcas, that'd be a lot better. Then he can destroy the tip spikes a lot more faster than if he had 3. But he only built 2. He built a hammerhead instead, and I guess the hammerhead would be a better option, I suppose, because then he can tank all of that forces. So now the force can be coming in now, and oh no, this could be. Actually, I think WTH can definitely destroy this force now. He has the hammerheads. And he has the superiority hammerheads. I think he could probably take out the buggies. I don't know. Maybe he can't because the gun damage on the hammerheads, like I said, aren't going to be enough. And now the tip spike's going to be under attack now and destroying another one. So Senna's down to only 1 tip spike. Very low economy game for how long it's been. Maybe it's been about 10 minutes, I think. Now the hammerheads are going to be attacking that tip spike. They should be attacking that tip spike. Yep. Which means that if Senna loses this one, it's GG, and well, maybe not. The buggy force is coming in now, and WTH needs to be very careful with his orcas. It doesn't take him out. If he needs to get couple more shots on that, one more shot on that orca should take out that attack bike, but he's not going to be doing just that. If he wants to repair his airfield, he could definitely stop production of whatever he's building in that airfield, and then he can repair his airfield that much better. But the orcas are bunched up a little bit now. They'll be taking a couple of swings. They're kiting these raider buggies very well. And oh boy, that raider buggy is almost dead. It's a veteran one too. So veteran raider buggy from Senna. And Senna, he sold his MCV. So that could be very bad. Oh no, the MCV is in the middle of the base. What the hell is Senna doing? Oh my god. If Senna pulls this off, he could sell his MCV and then try to capture that airfield. And he's going to do that. Oh my god. Oh my god, he can't sell it. He can't sell the MCV. Oh no, he loses the engineer. Oh my god, that was so close. So close. Holy cow, Senna tried a Hail Mary. Tried to sell his MCV, try to get the engineer into that airfield. Oh, but WTH was paying attention. Holy cow, that was close. Whew. I think Senna almost had it, but now he needs to get all his mini buggies and bikes as possible because both players have 1 building left each. And the only person who's getting economy is Senna, and WTH needs to take out that tip spike so then both players don't have any more economy left. But the bikes and buggies are coming in, they're pushing those hammerheads away, and he did manage to save that tip spike, but the problem is he's repairing it with this repair tool, and he's wasting 10 credits a second trying to repair it, so he can't build anything out of his war factory until the tip spike is fully repaired, which could be, you know, less a minute or something, a minute and a half, depending on how many tip spike. But I think he might be able to just take that out. The tip spike. Nope, he's not going to be risking his hammerheads. Oh no, he's coming back now. He's coming back now. He's trying to finish him off. Nope, he's focusing on the buggies. Nope, he's going to be turning away. Oh boy, so much micromanagement in this game. It's fantastic from both these players. Both these players have done an amazing job micromanaging their forces. Alright, sorry, I had to take a drink. So what's going to happen here? These orcas are going to be coming in to try to take a couple more shots on that tip spike, and Senna might just end up losing that because he can't save it. I don't think. Orcas are coming in now, and they do take out the tip spike. So no more economy from both these players. No economy. Zelch. Period. They have to fight. They have to fight what they have to fight. And I'm not sure what to say. This is probably the best time ever. I think if Senna's lucky, he could take out the airfield instead of just focusing on the orcas. But I think this may be it. Oh yeah, he's focusing on the airfield. He's not focusing on the infantry or on the vehicles and the aircraft. This could be a GG. Senna does it. He did the right thing. He did the smartest thing he could possibly do. He did not attack the aircraft. He attacked the airfield because that's the last building you need to destroy. If you destroy all the buildings, it's GG. That's fantastic. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love that game. 19 minutes and 33 seconds. That was amazing. Oh, let's check out the resources. I want to check out the resources. Wow, that's just up and down, just like up and then slowly increasing. And oh my god, low economy game stats. Only 30,287 for RainMan and 25,073 for WTHis. For a 20-minute game, that is so low economy because both players almost had no harvesters for like the last 15 minutes of that game was like no harvesters. Well, I shouldn't say that. It was like the last 10 minutes because WTH had a harvester harvesting the Tiberium. So yeah, so only $5,000 separates WTH and RainMan. So you know what? For that low economy game, that was fantastic. That was a good game actually. So hope you guys enjoyed that game. My name is Cabal. I'll see you guys next time.